And that nigga did it how I always wanted to do it, and I'll never be able to do it like that.
He just gonna be a guy who down. I think, and I think that with men and women, women and women, whatever your preference is, I think it's just not about communication. I don't think it's about communication at all. I think it's about being comprehensive. Because a lot of the time, if you talk to someone a certain way, the way you would understand it is not the same way that they would understand it. And that's what a lot of the problem is like just like regular relationships in general. A lot of the times, I think Phil can attest to this, that with his wife, the way that he would talk to her is more so, I'm sorry, go ahead.
With my wives.
Wives. Which makes
it must be those genes. Niggas.
Well, because that makes my point all the more important. Like I think that makes my point all the more important. If you have to balance stuff like that, it's about being comprehensive. It's not about communication. Because I can tell you how to do something or whatever, but if you don't understand what I'm saying, there's no point. But if I am comprehensive and being able to tell you something that's more so understanding what you're trying to do or what your plight is, it makes it easier. So I think
you can show me some water, but can't make me drink it.
But even that, like, me knowing you for the past 6, 7 years?
7 years now, right?
7 years, right, Kate? I've known you for 7 years, bro, and I can honestly say that a lot of the things that you prioritize when you date someone is them being comfortable. And it shouldn't always be about that. Like, don't get me wrong, you want that, but it's got to be about you too. Like, it's got to be one of those things about you too. Like, if the vibe is off or the vibe ain't right, just move on from that shit, because it ain't. You know, it's more to it than that, bro. It's deeper than that. It's got to be one of those things where it's actually cooperation, not just you being the one chasing someone and them not giving you time and them falling face to earth and coming back and deciding when they want to be with you. Fuck all that shit, bro. It's like Old Man Logan said, bro, you're the prize. When you make sure to understand that you're the prize, that you're the chief, that you are the head of the table, that you are the boss, okay? That you are the man of steel up in this motherfucker, okay? All right, that you know that you're like the inevitability, my nigga. That's what it is. All right, like that's what it actually is. That's it. Ask Phil. He's got 9 wives.
Be the anti-hero, Kenny.
4.
That's why I'm holding Black Adam right here.
4 wives and 5 possibles. He out here playing spades with women.
I mean, I'm gonna just shoot you straight, bro. And this is the overall truth of the matter. On a serious tip, I don't think we gonna get silly Phil tonight because I'm on my soapbox tonight. But truth of the matter is, in relationships, you know, a lot of people say it's 50-50. Bullshit. Because you know what? That's 50% not on the table for you and 50% not on the table for her. It need to be 100-100. I said all that to say this. You keep it a buck with a female and let them know this is what I'm looking for, this is what I'm on, this is what I'm about, this is what I'm willing to accept, this is what I'm willing to compromise. This is non-compromisable. Yo, you can either get with it, we can talk about it, we can discuss like adults. Because if you want to be on that F&F shit, love the song, but you can keep it pushing. I ain't with that. Now, if you want to be on some grown woman shit, some grown man shit with me, then we can discuss. But all that other nonsense and bullshit, nah. The reason why, for me personally, why motherfuckers be like, yo, you got 4 wives? Like, legit got, yeah, you know why? You don't post your shit on social media. You keep your business. Not everybody need to know your motherfucking business. Not everybody need to go know what's going on in your home and in your house and what you doing with the missus or whoever you doing whatever with. Keep that shit to yourself. And at the end of the day, above all else, be yourself. It's too many motherfuckers out here that's not themselves. It's too many Tupacs. It's too many Tekashi 6ix9ines out here. I'm not even blowing smoke. I'm not even trying to roast. I'm not even trying to be funny.
No, but
everybody else is taken. You can only be you. Everybody else is taken. Be you.
That's real shit.
Because I'm a thug. I'm this, I'm that. It's like, whoa, calm down, Benjamin. You went to private school. Relax. You know what I'm saying?
And not to cut you off, I want to adhere to that because I want to say something, and when I say it, I don't want to come off as pulling them down. It's always the motherfuckers that have something to prove that end up doing the actual murdering or the killing. The motherfuckers that think they got to get to this to do that to show how hard they are, got to get to the killing. Someone lost their life this week by not being involved in anything.
Hold on, bro. Before you get, I'm sorry. I know you we on our soapbox tonight, bro. We all know the quote unquote real niggas, right? Make sure y'all watch the last show we did with Uncle Monty, Navy Montel, Roll Catnip, because we kind of touched on this. Everybody want to be a real nigga. I'm real. And to piggyback off of what Joe said, everybody want to prove that they real, right? But you know what's funny? And not even to be whatever, not even to make parallels, but real G's move in silence. You don't hear real killers talking about, yeah, I killed X amount of people. Real killers don't do that. We all know some mugs that, hey, move. Don't make any sudden movements around this motherfucker right here. Like relax around him. The loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. I can give you all the cute cliches and everything else. But it's most niggas out here with guns that wet the bed than anybody else. They scared. They scary. They're not about that life. Trust me, when the real ones want to get you, you won't even see it coming.
You won't even know it's coming. You have no idea. You will never know what's coming. And it comes in a flash.
You never heard a shot that takes you down?
Talk to him, bro. Nah.
I was actually trying to relate that to Drew McIntyre's old theme. I'm sorry if I
No, real shit, no, but like real shit. Like honestly, the motherfuckers that I know from the sandbox, half my guys gone. Half of them gone. Because they like to do this. A lot of the time, as someone who works at a high school with teenagers, having them understand that someone passed away and someone passed that you listened to because someone decided that this was more important than just using this to call someone. The clout was more to get into Shade Room, the World Star, to whoever other blog they got to get into to
Twitter,
get that.
Twitter,
TMZ, all that stuff. That man lost his life.
TMZ got everything, bro. They've been releasing so much stuff, so many posts in regards to Offset's passing. It's atrocious.
It's terrible, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know what we're talking about, the rapper Takeoff from the world-renowned group Migos lost his life over the weekend at a bowling alley in Houston. He was shot twice, and pronounced dead on the scene. As you guys know, this is a wrestling podcast. We a bunch of nerds. We the blurs. We the cool kids that don't fit in. But we cool and everybody rock with us to some way, shape, form, and fashion. But to hear and know that somebody lost their life over a crap game, or because different ones was bossing up and growling and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. At the end of the day, somebody lost their life. And instead of helping, people were more concerned about being first to get the footage. World Star! As opposed to calling the police. It's sickening. It's ridiculous. I share some links with the brothers, and some of y'all might say I'm just as bad as some of the whatever. But it was more so like, did y'all see that shit?
Right.
And with us being OGs, I mean, hell, y'all, let's be real. We're in our 30s, mid to late 30s. I'm 39. I will be 40 next year. I'm officially an OG to some of the shorties. As Joe was saying, trying to tell some of these shorties, like, yo, you willing to put your life on the line for some clout? Some cred? Oh, you want to be remembered on a t-shirt? That's a great life goal. Get the fuck out of here. That's not something you want to be remembered for. I don't want to be remembered on a t-shirt. I want to be the old man that sees his grandkids when he has grandkids. I want to be able to see that my kids' grow up, Lord willing. He died at 28.
Yeah,
28.
He didn't get to hit 30.
We legit saw this man grow up.
Yes. Migos been hot for the past 10 years.
And bro, I rocked with Migos so heavy the last few years. I couldn't stand Versace when that shit first came out. I hated it.
I hated that
but
shit.
They made Fight Night. And I said, hold on, this is Ain't Groovy?
Yep.
And guess who stole the show on that zone? Takeoff.
I can't even say, man, I done liked them ever since I heard Versace.
I couldn't rock with it.
Hannah Montana. Yo,
but you know,
what?
I had to come to a point where I was just like, you know what, that ain't for me. It's cool. I got to a point when as I've gotten older where I don't say shit is trash or try to berate stuff anymore. I just kind of say, you know what, it ain't for me. And that particular song wasn't for me. Because once I started hearing everything else they was coming with, man.
Oh my God.
I was in it. I was all in it. I used to say I have my what did I say that bag was? This was my toxic bag, or something I used to say. And it was them, it was Future, it was like French Montana, you know what I'm saying? And that was it. I used to listen to all them type of guys in that mix, but it was always some scene stealing stuff from this dude. And they always said, it's always the one that they say is the coolest one in the room, the one that ain't, they said he was off to himself that whole night. And you know what I mean? He just happened to get up to try to help, stop the beef. And that ended up transpiring.
He wasn't even involved in the goddamn Crocs game.
Yeah.
He wasn't even involved in any of the shit that went down in the first place. I want people to understand the following. From my background, me and my homies, we didn't expect to get out of anything, get past 30. And not because we were these hardcore ass thugs. We came from an area where you had a choice where it was either you sell drugs, become an athlete, do music, or do anything. No one told us we had other options. All my homies out from high school are probably better. Listen, bro, we went to a private school, all right? We went to a private school, all right? But like if we went across the block a certain way, you was into it with this gang, or if you went across the block a certain way, you was into it with that gang. Period. That's what life was. There wasn't no other way around. There wasn't no other way of doing it, whatever. When you fought somebody, whatever, when you beef with somebody, you fought that person. No one posted it. No one put it on their cell phone. No one was shouting out. That was a fight. You ended that fight. That was it. Now,
they don't fight.
They don't. I broke up a fight with two kids. I broke up a fight with two kids. The motherfucker after the fight was like, "I'm gonna be at your house later, and I'm gonna grab my gun." Nigga, you lost the fight. Okay, take your L. Take it on the chin. You talked all this stuff.
They don't take L's no more, man.
We talked, all this stuff. Got your ass whooped by the quiet kid. That was on you. No one pushed you to do that. You wanted that fight, you lost the fight. Now you want to pull your gun out. They got cops going around these kids' houses now. These motherfuckers are in Will County, DuPage County, whatever, talking about all these stuff with the blick in them. You don't even know how easy your life is right now. Your mom and dad done worked their ass off to get that condo, that apartment, hell, that house, to get what you in right now. When you over here trying to fight, nigga, go to class. Get an education. Do something different with your life. Understand that you got more opportunities now than they ever had coming up. When we came up, what? No, bro. You was either going to junior college,
slim fucking pickings,
or you was working at UPS or FedEx. That was it. That $8.75 an hour sounded good for a little bit at 18 years old coming out of high school. I don't give a fuck what nobody was talking about. That's how hungry we were. That's all we had, bro. So for this man to lose his life in a dice game he wasn't involved in, to be publicized by these blogs and these channels just because, a famous rapper lost his life, no one's saying, hey, Tate was trying to break up the fight. Like the details come to intricacies and details by news channels are. TMZ's not saying, hey, we put this information out here, we put this info out here, but he was an innocent bystander and it's a sad atrocity, he lost his life. They're not saying that to you. They're giving you what you want. I want to see what happened.
Because this is the microwave popcorn Jerry Springer on steroids era, man.
It is. But it's the same thing with
Think about it. A TV show ain't popping unless it's fighting or killing or fucking. You look at what's hot. And this is not a diss to any of those shows. Game of Thrones. Why was Game of Thrones popping? Because they was fucking and killing. Bad Girls Club, Love and Hip Hop, all these other shows, they popping. Why? Because they be fighting. And then a little silhouette of some fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Like that much fun.
That much, yeah. But Joe, like, real talk, like, this is a hot take exclusive for me. And I know almost every interview or every show, yeah, I'm like, I never knew about this. I used to be a teacher. I got out of teaching because of this bullshit. Because I don't want to be a part of it. It's counterproductive. It's a waste of my time. This may sound wrong, but the pay is shit. And if y'all don't want better for yourselves, who the fuck am I? I'm just another old head trying to talk this old shit that don't nobody want to listen to.
Kids go to school now because their parents have not raised them properly.
Kids go to school because it's free babysitting and their mama's waiting to get dicked down by some nigga or some other motherfucker.
That's real shit. No,
let's be real.
That's real shit. Listen, I work at a high school, and one of the homies was like, "Yo, bro, like, why don't you coach? Like, coach a sport?" I was like, because y'all don't want it enough. Y'all want instantaneous results. Y'all don't want to be 1% better every day and be able to go through the rigmarole of having to better yourself and be in your own blood, sweat, and tears and figuring out how to be the best version of yourself you can be. You're scared of that. You are terrified of that. You are terrified to try. You skip class. You beef with someone who counters your thinking. You are upset with those that do not agree with you automatically. You want to fight everyone and everything over nothing. Listen, kids that are raised in a manner of which they have their parents, and I don't even mean both parents at home, but they have their parents that are very aware of who they are, that are very much so involved with their children, are vastly different in these high schools and in these schools. They are literally in the mix. I see these kids get picked up, and the moment their mother and father comes to their door, they change. It's an upright walk, they're upstanding. I see some of these kids get picked up by their parents, and they talking to their parents crazy.
Mm-hmm.
They mama, they daddy, crazy. And parents ain't doing nothing but just, just like, yo, you go chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's more so about being your kid's friend because you want to know their business and make sure they don't do the same things you do. No.
Yo, Joe, I know, man, you've been talking now, but I want to hear from KG and Logan, man. What's y'all thoughts? Because we don't want to hog the show with the big mouths. What's y'all thinking on this, man?
It's unfortunate, man. I said this the other day. I think this was before Takeoff passed. I'm tired of seeing our celebrities die. Nobody in Taylor Swift camp is getting killed. Nobody in Billie Eilish camp is getting assaulted or jumped.
Bro, repeat. I'm sorry, bro. Repeat that again. We need to hear that again, bro.
I'm tired of our celebrities dying. I really am. Now, natural causes is one thing, but dying of gun violence, we've lost so many guys that could have been influential in positive aspects, not just being a celebrity. For me, Nipsey Hussle was somebody I knew about him, but I got on the train late, and I feel like he, untimely passing because the guy was getting ready to do something that, had never been seen on that level, him being from where he was from. And, unfortunately, we didn't get to see him reach the heights he aspired to. I don't know what Takeoff's aspirations may have been, like his chain said, YRN, young rich nigga, you know what I'm saying? He been getting it for a while. We saw the Migos grow up. Like, I gotta repeat that. We seen the Migos grow up. We seen them develop as artists and musicians. Their music went from Versace to something that could be universally heard and accepted and loved, appreciated. Takeoff was the most renowned guy in terms of the lyrical ability of the group. And he was the quietest dude. And it's just unfortunate, man, that one after another, if it's not every week, it's every other week or once a month, you're seeing one of these gentlemen pass from scenarios and situations that they shouldn't even be going through at that stature in life. It's unfortunate, man. Prayers for his family and his friends. I couldn't imagine having to be in that space Quavo was in, where you sitting here, this your nephew. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say you raised him, but this was like your right hand man. It's your nephew. Y'all blood at the end of the day. All the Migos blood at the end of the day, but this is nephew. And to have to see your nephew in that way, like it's so sick, man.
I didn't even know they was related like that, bro.
Yeah,
like, this is something new for me.
Offset is their cousin, and Quavo and Takeoff was nephew and uncle.
Wow.
And it's sad, man. It is sad. Like, we can't go out and even the dice part. That part don't really bother me. But we can't go out and shoot dice and do this shit in a capacity where ain't nobody losing life, ain't nobody arguing, fight.
To be fair, we heard about this 30 years ago about shooting dice though on America's Most Wanted. What they hitting for?
Yeah.
About people catching egos on Ice Cube's first album. Like it's sad that 30 years later, it's still the same thing about people shooting dice and people catching egos while shooting dice. That you got to be aware, like people want to murk somebody over shooting dice, and it's like that's insane to me. That in 1990, it's the same stuff going on in 2022 as far as ego tripping, and people wanted to say, "Hey, you know what? Yeah, I'm about to murder this dude." Like, honestly, it's just sad at this point. Like, I really don't even know what to say. Like, I never listened to I only probably heard one Migos song. That's beside the point. The point is, it's sad. Anytime somebody gets murdered at all, let alone didn't even hit 30.
That is that part. It's that part. This is another young black man that won't see 30.
I mean, the same thing. I mean, it's probably how, like, I mean, my parents, my dad was more so into LL and Public Enemy and all of them because, you know, age difference. But as far as like people who are probably like my youngest uncle, he probably was like more so affected by like Pac and Biggie type thing. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's another situation like that though. They both were 25.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, they were even younger than Takeoff. Not to like minimize his death and his murder, but I'm just saying like, so just like really sit back and think about it. They was 25. I don't even know if Pac was 25. I think Biggie might have been 24. I mean, the point is like, it's insane.
And to bring it back, yo, we just came out of COVID. You know, the world is just kind of getting back to itself. And this is still a constant in our communities, our culture.
Are you surprised?
I'm not, but you would think, or at least you would hope, I know I did, that, you know, everybody would come out of. It's just kind of like when they started saying, hey, you can come outside now, and everybody was losing their goddamn mind. It's like, yo, just like when the old people say, yo, you ain't got no home training.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. I didn't want to perform for a while because socially, our social bars were not adequate enough to be able to handle someone bumping into us at a bar or stepping on our shoes or us being able to properly assess a situation. Because socially, we had been in the house for so long that we didn't do it. Like at the basement, I'm performing at like River North basement. That's where a lot of the people there are very Caucasian. And a lot of them are very, oh, hey, it's okay. It's no big deal, man. Enjoy yourself. It's all right.
Let me get you a beer. My bad, bro.
My bad.
Drink it.
My people want
to act a damn fool.
You get too close. Hey, bro, step back, bro. Come on, bro, come on, yo. The basement is small. You want a small environment with 200 people on the floor. You're not gonna get any space.
But that's why I kind of also had a talk with Logan today when I was just saying like we kind of got to do better as a black community too, though, because like, you know, we're so up in arms every time somebody comes at us outside of black people, you know, on some racist stuff, but not us particularly on this podcast, but the black community, you know, with the anti-Semitism, you know, with Kyrie West over there. And then, you know, the black community is also viewed as very homophobic. It's just like, this is insane. It's like, why are we, I mean, nobody should discriminate against anybody, but especially like, you know, what we've been through is just like, as a black community, like, why are we picking on other religions and people about sexual orientation and stuff? Like, you know, I feel like most of us on this podcast wouldn't do that anyway, but I'm just saying, like, as the black community, like, you know, we're seen as having a beef with Jewish people and being homophobic.
Yo.
And that's sad.
That's fucked up.
I gotta go no chill with Phil mode because KG, what you just said is like the realest shit ever. Now, Joe, I see you grabbing your face, and I saw Logan looked up and they immediately like, what the fuck? I'm gonna position my camera the right way. It's bullshit. It's a facade. It's some fake ass, punk ass bullshit. I don't give a fuck if black people get mad at me for saying it because it's true. And that's the conversation that black folks don't want to have. Let's start to look at us as a people. Now, Dickhead West said some shit about George Floyd, which was a travesty. And we saw the entire world, the entire United States come together. We all are in agreement of this, right? Joe?
No, I don't think the United States came together, but they were.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
The rally.
Yeah, yeah, that's a better word. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because a white cop killed a black man. And yes, that is wrong. That is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. That was racism at its finest. Okay? Here's where I go no chill with Phil mode. Where the fuck was y'all at when black babies getting killed in Chicago every goddamn day? Where's the Al Sharptons? Where's the Farrakhans? Where are all these black abolitionists and Black Lives Matter when these goddamn babies getting killed in Chicago every motherfucking day? Let's talk about that.
Where's the support?
Hold on, bro, because I gotta get this shit off my chest. Because when a white person do something to a black man, it's a problem. Yes, it is. You're absolutely fucking right. When Ray that shot Pookie on 117, what's the word? Ain't no snitching. We know what we know. It's all on fucking Facebook.
All right.
But ain't no snitching. You turn on the news every fucking day. Every day. I guarantee you. Every day. It don't matter whether it's 2, 5, 7, 9, or 12. Old school UHV. You hear about something in Chicago happening every fucking day, and it's new. 5-year-old boy shot in the head. 67-year-old man robbed at gunpoint. 69-year-old woman raped. You hear about all this shit that's happening in the black community, but we don't know nothing, right? Because we don't snitch, right? We gonna keep quiet, right? But let a white person do something to black. Or let a Korean or an Asian do something to black. Or a Hispanic do something to black. Black lives matter, black lives this, black lives that. Well, when the fuck we gonna start caring about our own goddamn lives? Now, you can call, I don't give a fuck if I catch flack about this or not. You can call me a Republican, Uncle Tom, call me whatever the fuck you want to call me. Call me the real Uncle Tom, because the real Uncle Tom helped free slaves, not Uncle Tom's cabin that was selling black folks out. You hear on the news, we don't think the 6-year-old was the intended target. No fucking shit. They were 6 years old. And if you a grown man beefing with a 6-year-old,
I'm wrong.
then we need to dial it back and we really need to dissect this animal. But you hear about that bullshit every day. When it comes to Dickhead West has shitted on black people for years. This ain't nothing new. Now all of a sudden us motherfuckers want to start a GoFundMe to get him back to being a billionaire status. Why?
I saw that bullshit.
Kanye don't give a fuck about us.
No,
But
wait,
here-
that's real?
Yeah, that's legit,
real
bro.
shit. It's
But
a legit
here-
website for GoFundMe for 200. The goal is $200 million because he already made 800 million.
Yeah.
But here,
Well,
Right now,
here.
and a real shit. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gonna let you
Go
go. It's real shit. It is actually at $200,000 right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But
bro.
let's talk about the bullshit that happened in Garfield Park, which gets all of 20 seconds in the news. If you don't know what happened in Garfield Park over the weekend in Chicago, they were holding a visual for the people that lost their lives in Chicago. And at that visual, 15 people were shot at that visual in Garfield Park.
Including the 3-year-old baby.
3-year-old child. 3. He was 3.
But, I'm sorry. Here, and the headline said, "We don't think the 3-year-old was the intended target."
No shit, Sherlock.
Like, why would the 3-year-old be a target?
We don't have any evidence.
Well,
that the
people.
3-year-old
Well,
was
to be
involved
fair,
in
people
getting
are
beat
pretty.
with the
People are
rifle.
pretty effed up though. Maybe in some instances, a 3-year-old might have been the target.
This is my thing.
I'm saying people are pretty. People are that screwed up. They don't give a damn.
I mean, there is instances.
I mean,
but
but when in that instance, and if it's a public shooting, yeah, no. But like if it's at home, like a massacre type thing. But even at the same time, to piggyback off Phil saying, although we should be up in arms about both, I think the more outrage comes with police officers because they're supposed to be better than the common street thug.
Bullshit.
But
Black people know
no, I'm saying no, they should do better. What I'm saying is I think it's more up arms about that than what we see on the streets every day. They should be up in arms about both. I'm not debating that. But I think it's more so when they do that because they're supposed to be better. They're hired to be better.
This is some real shit.
That's all.
I know, I agree with you, bro. This is some real shit. This is some real shit about this whole thing. We are so used to us killing us, we are no longer affected by it. That's the realest thing that I can say about this whole thing. We are so used to us killing us, where this nigga's gonna shoot me, or I'm gonna shoot him, or I'm gonna take him out, that we are no longer affected by it. What motherfuckers don't realize is the Vice Lords, the GDs, the BDs, the Stones, all those, they were policing the neighborhood before it became a corrupt thing.
Bro, talk your shit, bro.
They were in charge of it because a white, Caucasian, European cop would not come to the neighborhood for days during crimes. So what did they do? There was an association that built up neighborhoods. And some they couldn't get along with some neighborhoods. So they called them gangs. And they created those gangs. The gangs' job was to police the neighborhood fairly before counterparts got involved. I won't tell you who they are. You know who they are. You can Google this. You can Google this shit. It's real. Before everything else, before there was the whole segregation, everything else, we had to police ourselves. There is, if you look this up at the crime rate for African Americans killing people in the 40s, 30s, 20s, 10s, or whatever, it's a low rate. One, because they're not going to be able to statistically put that information in there because we didn't count. Two, they weren't in charge. We were. Once everything was integrated at some point or whatever, things changed. The dynamic of the gangs changed when the crack pandemic hit. The dynamic of the gangs changed also when the agenda for integration hit as well. Because now those gangs were infiltrated, as someone once said in this podcast, with the Black Panther Association, thank you, no chill with Phil, about this. It's a simple thing, yo. We don't even police each other. My neighborhood, on the block, everybody could whoop your ass. Everybody. Your daddy, your mama wasn't there? Cool. Your neighbor saw what you were doing? Come here, boy.
Come here. Because you know your mom and daddy raised you better than that.
Yeah, they don't play. Your mom and daddy don't play about you. That was it. Now these kids can't deal with it. I corrected a young man and I told him, I was like, hey, this is exact words. These are his exact words. Just in general. Because he don't have an OG. He's like, man, Mr. F. He's like, bro, I'm just gonna fuck a bunch of hoes so I feel better. About what, son? You're 18 years old. You are 17, 18 years old. This is only a section of your life. You worried about a girl that you used to date last year that don't even want you no more, that you don't even want to be with? It's a section of your life. Ain't no OGs to teach these kids about emotional awareness, self-awareness, understanding that emotional intelligence matters. These little black boys do not know better. They don't know better. These little black and brown girls, they are chasing things that they don't even know what they're chasing after. All because what they see on their social media. They don't even know. These motherfuckers don't even know what love is.
Bro, I need to put a petition out with Hot Take right now. I need to get Professor Myers on this show. I legit need to get Professor Myers on this show, who is a professor as well as an administrator. I'm not going to name the institutions or the districts, whose major was education as well as African American history, because it's so much of our history that gets pissed down the toilet. And I don't know if have y'all heard about the slavery was a choice movement now?
Yeah, I have.
I'm thankfully I haven't heard that, but I want to touch on something Joe said real quick in terms of the OG thing.
Go for it, bro.
Bro, they don't respect the OG no more.
That too.
The OG used to be able to come and sprinkle a little game and they would listen. They don't listen no more. Like we were just saying in one of our group chats, I can't remember if it was group chat or the IG chat, whatever. And I said, yo, it's a like I'm happy that I turned 40 in January. Like I'm happy about that.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How many of the homies didn't, bro?
Exactly. And how many other black men that aren't going to hit 40, that aren't hitting 30? You know? And that's what makes me sad about this situation, and not just this situation with him, because this happens across the board. Violence, just African Americans, the Hispanic community, just all dying of senseless violence all the time. And it's just like, like I said earlier, Taylor Swift entourage don't have this problem.
No.
When did you ever hear of NSYNC going and getting in beef at the dice game, at the bowling alley?
Not a one.
You're not gonna hear that.
New Kids on the Block had a song called Hanging Tough. Bro, where was the beef?
No, and no,
who died in New Kids on the Block? But constantly, we're losing our children's and our heroes, our idols, to just senselessness.
Our celebrities, our people, our influencers.
It makes no sense.
Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem are losing their friends to overdoses, and most of our rappers are losing their lives over bullets from their
cloud.
From their own
cloud.
Years. Let me say something right now to make this abundantly close to home. Takeoff's kids don't have a father. He's gone. Takeoff's nieces and nephews don't have an uncle. He's gone. Young Dolph's kids don't have a father. Nipsey Hussle, no father. The young man, King Von, never even got a chance to have kids or get married or have babies. Gone. We are worried about statements from someone who is off their meds, who has been given small amounts of knowledge that hasn't gotten the full spectrum of it. We talk about things in micro dosage and not in a full spectrum. My mother, which is kind of weird, is been an educator for 30, 40 plus years in English.
So has my mama.
Right. So my mother, when me and my sister were kids, we had to read Richard Pryor. We had to read about the autobiography of
Aesop's Fable.
We had to read
Autobiography of Malcolm X.
We had to read that. We had to because
Alex Haley's Roots.
Right. We had to read that. You didn't watch the movie. You didn't watch the movie. Read the book.
Bro, I got a throwback for you. Rolling Thunder, Hear My Cry.
My Cry, yeah. And the book. Don't watch the movie.
Book.
The book.
The Color Purple, the book.
The book. You got to read the book. And a lot of the times, the reason why these kids don't respect the OGs because the OG now understands that life is, no pun intended, is a marathon.
I'm gonna see if I can get Evangelist Gray on the show. We need to get some OGs on the show.
We gotta do it once. We gotta do it once a month where we just have a serious episode of Hot Take, just a serious one. Because everything else we do is just silly all the time. We can do one serious one every now and again, just once a month. But at this point, it's been too much stuff. And this ties into wrestling because
talk your shit, bro.
Name me 5 black world champions that have held the title more than a year.
You can't. Not for real. Kofi
was 6 months.
I was finna say, did Kofi even get to a year?
6 months.
No.
Rock. 9.
Bro, I can name you 5 world champs that were black. And it's like a hand of spades. It's like 3 ain't impossible.
Yeah. Because
Kofi.
Yep.
Big E.
Yep.
Bobby Lashley.
Yep.
Ron Simmons.
Yep.
And the possible is The Rock, depending on whether he wants to identify as black or Samoan.
Don't forget Booker.
Can't.
Booker.
I mean, but like I said, they don't trust us to even move more than 6 months into a title reign. Kofi was squashed and never got his rematch with Brock Lesnar until like later on, like 2 or 3 years later.
He actually got a rematch.
It wasn't even really a rematch, bro. It was just like, it wasn't even really that. But Big E was basically screwed out of his. Ron Simmons, when he got it, it was like, that's a nice moment. All right, let's get it back to one of the wax because WCW don't want that. And even with Booker was due against Triple H. He was due. I love Triple H, but he was due. He was red. He was red hot. He was white hot. No pun intended. He was hot. People were clamoring him to be a champion. He got it late, or he got it like another time. But they don't believe in us, bro. And they don't believe in us because they want us to either be Crime Time or to be Harlem Heat.
Well, that was a particular gentleman. And then on the other side of WCW, you had, Bischoff's team and, whoever was handling the promoting and stuff back then. The guy that's in place in WWE now, I got complete faith in him. Despite because I feel like he even knows with the Booker situation that should have went the other way around.
Yeah.
And he hasn't spoken on it, so I'm just saying I just feel like that because he constantly gives African-American wrestlers a shot, gives us a chance. You look at NXT right now, you're seeing more black wrestlers than anything.
Yeah. Wesley is North American champ, so is Carmelo Hayes.
Okay, so check this out. So I actually have some facts right here. Now, can we all agree that the WWE is the pinnacle of professional wrestling?
Absolutely.
Give or take.
Absolutely.
Okay. The Rock, 10-time WWE World Champion. Booker T, 2-time WWE World Champ. Mark Henry, 1-time WWE Champ. Kofi Kingston, Bobby Lashley, Big E, Jacqueline, Jazz, Alicia Fox,
Bianca Belair.
Naomi, Sasha Banks. So, in all retrospect,
Bianca Belair.
no, in all retrospect, from most to least, Rock, Sasha, Booker T, Bobby Lashley, Jackie, and then Naomi. And then from there, Bianca, and then everyone else.
So everybody else was like one-time champs. Everybody else was at least two.
Mark Henry, Kofi. So here, Mark Henry. Hold on. Because I want to get the numbers right for anybody like, oh, I feel lying. So from there, Mark Henry, Kofi, Big E, Jazz, Alicia Fox, and that's it. That's it. You can throw Ron Simmons in there. You could throw a few other people in there, but they were all one time. All one.
Only other two, and it could be more, but only other two I can think of offhand right now is Rich Swann. He was Impact champion, and Joe homie, Big Moose.
But how many? But bro, here's a hot take. How many people really know about Impact?
This is true.
How many people know when to catch Impact?
That's because Impact's in purgatory. Impact's in purgatory as a result of Dixie Carter and her dad. For all we know, and I'm not talking the Donny Hathaway song. For all we know, people only know about Impact via what we talk about. They can't catch and we just mentioned it, Ron Killings.
Ron Killings too.
One time. I think it was one time. He might have been a two-time
it was one time. It was one time.
It was one time?
Yep.
And then to piggyback off the North American Championship, out of the 14 champions that have been North American champion, half of them African American.
So that's why go ahead.
Keith Lee, Velveteen, Ricochet, Wesley, Carmelo, Swerve, and there's one more I'm forgetting. Leon.
Ricochet.
That wasn't I counted Ricochet. So 7 out of the 14 have been African American. And if you go even further, because they say Samoans have black heritage, that's Olasiga.
I mean,
and that wasn't a slight because he dissed us and didn't want to do an interview. I ain't forget Leon on purpose. I was just trying to remember who all.
You're not lying, bro. But the truth of the matter is, and this is kind of what I was getting at earlier. And fuck it, and fuck y'all if y'all don't like what I gotta say. It's cool to be black when black is cool. Yo, I don't give a fuck if y'all get mad at me. And I'm not talking hot take. I'm talking the watchers, the viewers. Yo, y'all remember Watch Me Whip? Watch Me Nay Nay? Whip, watch me. Y'all remember every news crew across the country was doing that bullshit. It was cool, right? It's cool to deal with some black shit until it's actually time to be black.
The benefits of being black far away the
yeah. It's cool to take our hairstyles, our swag. Yo, Joe. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, check out Joe. Joe got on the beanie with the do-rag and the ripped hoodie. He swagalicious out, got the beard on point, got the nose ring, got the Daredevil hoodie on. No, I'm not even trying to be funny, bro.
Right.
He got the hoop earrings. Joe has the all-around swagged out look. You see people copying that look on the regular, right? Abercrombie and Fitch and whoever else make them hoodies like that to copy that. And real shit, and I ain't even trying to be funny, Joe probably got that hoodie at like Target and has probably had it for like years. Yeah. And the washer or dryer probably ripped that mug up.
Hold on, wait, before you say the next thing. Hey, KG, Old Man Logan, guess who bought me this hoodie? You don't know?
I don't know, one of your many.
Marina bought me this hoodie.
No, once again, one of your many.
Go ahead.
I'm going back on mute.
Well,
go ahead, don't you? Go ahead, Phil. Go ahead.
No, Joe probably got that hoodie, or whoever got him that hoodie probably got it from Target or Walmart at the time when they were selling them joints for $10, $12. And now the bigger companies are selling it for $112. But he been had that. And it's cool to be black when Black Adam and have you guys seen the New Jack? Have you guys heard of New Jack City? No shit, bitch. We grew up on that shit.
Yeah. Hey, as the great Paul Mooney once said, man, everybody want to be a nigga, but don't want to be a nigga.
It's cool to be black.
I was just about to say that.
Bro, and I swear to God, it's cool to be black with it's some black shit that's quote unquote cool.
Didn't J. Cole sum this up on 1985?
Yeah.
My neighbors think I'm selling dope.
So, I mean, so many other people have summed it up too, but
Chris Rock. I'm the biggest comedian in the world, and my neighbors is Mary J. Blige and a dentist.
I'm gonna be real, I would have sued the shit out of Will Smith.
Guess who's white? like, stop.
At this point, I want to say that on this podcast, there's so many other areas that we are familiar with in terms of what we know. Like, for example, I think out of the three, me, KG, and Phil, you'd be surprised at how much anime knowledge we have just based on what we watch. Motherfuckers don't realize that the double earrings and shit, that double earring shit or whatever, I got from K-pop, just Korean pop music. Nose ring, I only got it because my daughter got a nose ring and she wanted somebody to.
You like Tupac style?
No, not Tupac. Korean pop. Korean pop, like Korean pop music. Because a lot of that stuff is stimulated from our culture. It all begins from us. And not to sound like an asshole, a lot of wrestling and wrestling moves come from those that we're not even familiar with. Like there are some wrestlers or some black wrestlers, or there was that one, I think on the dark side of the ring, whatever, there was one person saying that most of the moves that I think, who was it? Not Mae Young, the other lady. Fabulous Moolah. She got her moves from a black lady. All her moves.
It's crazy. I wrestled sober. It's crazy how much shit came out after she passed.
Yeah, every single one. Black lady. Taught her how to wrestle and everything else, give her all her moves and everything else. She wouldn't even let this lady get a championship opportunity to better her brand as well.
And it's not even the worst thing she did, but yeah, that's another topic for another time.
Fabulous Moolah is toxic, first off. She's kind of messed up. She's into some shit. But I say all that to say that our culture is based off of so much things that we're so entangled with, that we've created, that people don't even realize that at this point, half the stuff you like come from black culture. We started rock and roll.
And let's be, bro, don't get me started on the music, because I can go for hours and hours on the music. But yo, let me be clear. I want to be crystal clear. I want to shine bright like a diamond clear.
Like that.
Hot take. We don't care who rock with us and who don't. Black, white, Jew, Korean, Asian, alien, purple, gay, straight, trans. We don't care. I can care less who you are and what you do. If you cool, you cool. If you not, you not. And if you want to be down with the gang, that's literally it.
Hot takes for the children.
If you cool, you cool. If you're not, you're not. And unfortunately,
hot take for the children. Make sure you drink your Uzi juice.
And unfortunately, I don't think people legitimately understand that. Dude, I could care less if one of the hosts on this show was purple and had 8 arms. I could care less if Logan looked like Goro and had 4. I don't care.
I'm gonna heat your ass if you look like I'm gonna rap.
And real talk, we got the reenactment of Mortal Kombat.
I don't care.
We got the reenactment of Mortal Kombat a few years ago. That was Mortal Kombat in real life. Braun Strowman and the Miz. That was Goro versus Johnny Cage.
I don't care if Joe.
I try to tie it back in. I'm sorry.
I don't care if Joe looks like Baraka. I don't care. I don't care if KG is Kung Lao. I don't care if
I need that hat in my life.
I don't care if I'm Liu Kang and won the first ever Mortal Kombat. I don't care. I don't care.
Your brother's soul is mine.
I don't care if Will is Smoke because he's the darkest out of the group. I don't care.
That's colorist. Don't do that.
I'm sorry. My bad. I don't care if Will is Noob Saibot.
That's fucked up. That's
he's better be smoked than be Rain in Annihilation. This man got 2 lines and died. And he's supposed to be the right hand.
Okay, my bad.
Rain was supposed to be Jey Uso.
My bad. I don't care.
He disobeyed his tribal chief.
I don't care if Will is DJ from Street Fighter. Is that better?
No. You could have. He was the right hand man. You could have called him Rain.
All right.
I don't care if Will is Brother Voodoo.
So yeah, wrestling.
I tried to tie it back in. You see, I did the Mortal Kombat. I tried, man.
You did.
Okay, look. Wait.
So look.
Okay, I don't care if Will is Cabal on Mortal Kombat.
Look, all right. So look, as we address these series, in the podcast, we also had some series happen in the world of wrestling too. So, Joe, you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on with WWE and the side?
I just talking about the return of Evolution for a second, then I realized what happened.
Yeah.
What? Emma? No. So,
all jokes aside, that's good as they got her back. But go ahead, Joe.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Depends how they use her.
Crown Jewel was actually canceled this weekend. It'll not happen in Saudi due to high level of alert. Being with Saudi's ties with Russia and WWE being an American-based company, they don't feel safe there. So there's high means of just like violence, just random violence that might occur. WWE issued a statement that they're going to give refunds out to those that had tickets to go to said event. They're saying that they might do that at Performance Center, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. My whole thing in thinking of that is, it's not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not like terrible for them to do it in Performance Center. It might be better, close to home. Honestly, with Crown Jewel, I've never been excited for a Crown Jewel ever because it's always very disappointing.
Well, the last one was actually decent. It's just I don't care for Crown Jewel, the whole concept of it, because multiple reasons. One, they basically had to force them to accept the women there, and they don't want them dressing anyway near their actual gear, which is, that's a whole other thing. That's their culture, whatever. Secondly, I've been a fan of this guy since his NXT days, and the Honorary Uce can't even be over there because he's Syrian.
Yeah.
So he can't even go over there.
I will cut this bitch's head off if y'all dress her in anything else.
Basically. So it's like their whole relationship with Saudi is like, it just shows you, like, I get it at the end of the day, like they're trying to make $1, but like it should have never happened in the first place. And I guarantee you had Paul Levesque and everybody else been in place, this probably would have never even happened. So they still got 6 years left on that deal. I get trying to make WWE global, but the smart person would have tried to make this a Japan thing, where you could have got the forbidden door before AEW, basically. Like, we could have seen tie-ins with Kazuchika Okada and Will Ospreay and all of them. Not just because of the names, but like it just would have made more sense because there's already been a working relationship in place going back to the WCW days where they were willing to work with American companies, even with Ring of Honor in New Japan. So the whole thing with Saudi wouldn't have happened in the first place. Probably shouldn't have happened in the first place. They are where they are now. They're tied in. But the fact that, like, all the stuff that's happened, it's been more negative than positive, even beyond what Joe said, because the shows haven't been that good outside their last one. We had the Hell in the Cell with Seth and Edge. And you know what I actually heard was pretty good? I didn't go back and watch it. I heard Bobby Lashley and Goldberg actually had a good match. I'm just tired of skinny like Goldberg, so I didn't actually go back and watch it. I actually heard it was decent there. No was barred or whatever. But with that being said, it's just like the relationship in general probably should have never happened in the first place. Like I said, they are where they are now. They don't have a choice, I guess. But yeah, you got the issue where Vince cut off their feed. Like, they couldn't get back outside of like a handful of people who were in a private jet. The whole thing's a mess. I'll be 40 by the time that contract ends. If I'm still watching WWE product, I think all of us will be happy that when it ends, because this is a mess. That's my take. That's my take on the whole Saudi thing.
It's one of them things where like you said, it probably should have never happened. But, you know, the person that was responsible for it isn't in charge anymore. So, you know, things like that are all getting reassessed, I feel like. And, you know, while we're talking about this elephant in the room, I'm going to just say his name, VKM, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He has what did they say? As far as the reviewing of funds and everything, the case against him cost him at the end of the day $20 million to review what Vince was doing with all of that money, as far as paying women off and the sexual favors, all that kind of crap. But that's over. So we saw the end result of that, and it was, I feel like, and I think I made a joke alluding to it, but it was time to get Vince out of there. And hey, it cost them $20 million to get him out of there, but they got him out of there. But it's gonna be interesting seeing the Crown Jewel take place at the Performance Center, because now, like Kenny said, we can see Sammy potentially pop up. He can actually participate in Crown Jewel, depending on what was supposed to take place. You know, which is a big plus. He's a big deal. He's a big draw for the company right now, or at least he's on his way to being that. But yeah, we living in some crazy times, man. It's a lot of stuff that's taking place, you know, be it in the world of wrestling or just in the world, period. You know, so you just have to kind of keep your head on a swivel, man. Just be comfortable in who you are and what you're trying to do and how you're trying to live your life. And we gotta, I don't know about y'all, man, but 2022 to me been one big ass GTA. It seems like everything has just been an episode, just a mission off GTA. They stole a damn crane, a construction crane, over the weekend.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you, going even further back. I don't like to believe in conspiracy theories all the time, right? But y'all remember the Malaysia fight, right? Where they lost a plane.
Yeah.
What does NBC have? Manifest. They lost a plane, and everybody's still alive somehow 5 years later. Just saying. I want to plant seeds, but...
All right, let's just do the conspiracy theory, get over with. It's so many things right now that I believe are set up for us to fail, like, as a country. Like, okay. This is just typical politics. For every good 4 years, 8 years of politics, it only takes 4 years to fuck it up. So if it's good 8 years of politics, it only takes 4 years to fuck it up. Excuse me. So whoever they put in charge, technically isn't in charge, but that man used the power to get in charge. Technically, he was only president for 3.5 years. Did you know that? Trump was only president for 3 because he was impeached twice. Which basically means the last 6 months, like it was just like, fuck it, and no one else was charged. The reason why voting is so important now is just because now it's like the Senate vote and the House votes and all those other things. And those things make a difference because they can overrule the actual president. So that's why they want to put certain parties in.
And I like to co-sign that, but the thing is, they're all figureheads reporting to somebody at the end of the day. Yeah. I hate to be the cynic, but it's just like, I just feel like in the cities, the states that have the worst like police brutality, we have Democrats in office. So I don't know what it is to fix it. Something drastic will have to happen to the point where it's like somebody that's like on a level of LeBron James, and I'm not wishing this upon him, but somebody that you can't find no dirt on type thing. Because that's the thing. They always try to shoot Bill, what that person did in their past, to justify that moment, even though that doesn't equate to anything. It makes zero sense whatsoever. But with that being said, it's going to have to take something like that for some actual change to happen, where it's like you can't find no dirt on nobody. Because that's always their immediate bail. Oh, what they did. All right, what does that have to do with him still in the candy bar with having a knee in his neck?
Why, Phil? Why are you entering the group again? What?
I have no idea what's going on.
He has his mic on mute.
Oh no.
All right, and now he's left, and
he just.
Well, I really don't know what it's going to actually take to make some type of progress. That's the end of the day. It's like I voted maybe a few times in my life, and it's just like I don't.
Because it's deeper than just like voting and all that stuff. But that's like a whole nother conversation. At this point, we've taken up more than an hour of everyone's time. Shouts out to everyone that listens to the High Tech Wrestling Podcast and follows it on Instagram and on the YouTubes and on the TikToks. Appreciate you. Also,
hello, Governor.
Hello. Also, shouts out to Ariana Grace, who liked her WCW post.
It'd be rude if she didn't like our post, wouldn't it?
I just stumbled upon Ariana Grace, and I just want to say that NXT 2.0 didn't do her justice. That lovely lady she's lovely. She's just, she's awesome.
Isn't that Santino?
Isn't this Ariana Grande?
No, I think he's talking about Santino Marella's daughter, right? You didn't know that?
That is Santino Marella's daughter. That is her daughter. That is his daughter. Who's fine as shit. She's so good.
And I'd be remiss before we sign off if I don't talk a little bit of my shit. You know what I'm saying? Shayna Baszler and Ronda seem to be tagging up. Who said that? Yep, this guy. He said it. Tribal Chief.
Hey, man.
Also, Tribal Chief starts with TC, and whose name starts with TC? This guy. Yeah. Acknowledge me.
We don't acknowledge you as TC on this podcast. We out on you as Logan the Conqueror. Okay? And I just want to say that I didn't introduce any of you guys. But there'll be a moment where I get to introduce you guys for a little bit at the end where they'll be able to see your social media handles, all this stuff. First off, thank you guys for sticking around with us for this serious episode of High Tech Wrestling Podcast. I promise you the next episode will be funny as shit and be silly as shit because I'm going to be drinking that episode. Because next week starts a festival of festivities. My birthday is November 14th, which basically means I have the whole week to celebrate and be stupid for my birthday. November 10th, I'm at the basement. That's right. Goddamn basement. Bring your ass out there and get a drink with me with the High Tech Wrestling Podcast. And I only drink whiskey. That's right.
Yeah, I was gonna say the brother should be out there November 10th, man. If you can make it out November 10th, let's do it, man.
Like for fucking whiskey and shit.
Y'all gonna be out there November 10th. I'll be in bed because I gave up on love.
Hey man, put your ass up and come hang out with me. I went to see you at Better Riders.
I'm lying. I'm lying / being serious. I'm sure I'll be out there. Bro, I found out I got like 15 days left, so I'll be there.
Bro, you better, yeah. I know, Phil, it's a hike for you, bro. It's okay if you don't make it. I get it, bro.
KG, you need you a big black one, a BBW.
Yeah, KG, you need to get you something.
Yeah, my pumpkin allergy probably is a sign I just need to leave these white women alone. But at the same time, I shot my shot at Black Woman last year. Ain't all about that. I just gotta turn heel. That's all.
Not to sound crazy. Don't harbor on the L's. Trust me, I took plenty of L's this year. I'm trying to get W's like the Walgreens logo. Don't harbor on the L's though, is what I'm telling you. Because I've had plenty of women play with my time, and I had to tell them, yo, I don't care how fine you are, you don't play with my time. You saw what happened before I got Jackie. You saw what happened before that. Like you saw what's happening.
They keep playing around. I'm gonna show them when my mom hit my pops.
Like I told you before we started recording, man. Just remember what I told you before we started recording.
you see Joe's face.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's time to go full on.
This is your villain era, and at this point, and when I say, and this doesn't mean like you go straight on bang. Thanos is a good one. Go straight Thanos. Joker might even be one. You know what I'm saying? And not even this Joker. I'm talking full on Heath Ledger Joker. This is your villain era.
Bullshit. No. Jared Leto Joker. Jared Leto.
Hell, fuck that. No, do not be that.
Oh wow. Definitely don't be that one.
Jared Leto Joker is NXT 2.0.
No. And we could get Navy Montel on this. We can start a discussion on this one.
I mean, that's a discussion for another time.
Before we get out of here, the interview with Paulie Tomaselli. Did I say his name correct, y'all?
Yeah.
Paulie Tomaselli interview. When you hear this, it will be out already. So I hope you checked it out. I hope you tuned in. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you listened to all of our other interviews. We had, we had Big Fletch Malone, the vape guy. We had Get Solid. We had Cody James. We had Fairly Mac, comedian and actor. You seen him on there, Christopher Scarver on the Dahmer series. And now you guys have Paulie Tomaselli added to that list. Okay, Navy Montel. We had our, you know what I'm saying, me and Phil did our Deadpool and Wolverine episode with Navy Montel. And yeah, man, I know y'all gonna enjoy it. Because we had a great conversation, amazing conversation.
We got to bring him back. I don't care when we bring him back. We got to bring him back.
He's already invited us to be on his podcast, and he got Phil. Didn't he say he do something on IG Live too? Phil got his on mute, but he does something. He got a show on IG Live.
Yes, sir.
And then he has his own podcast. So he invited us to be on both of them.
All right, I got to make it up for Navy Montel. I'm sorry.
You definitely got to make that up because you would have definitely loved it. You would have definitely loved
it. Also,
all I got. Go ahead, Joe. Go ahead. My bad.
Also, someone find out when the fourth season Demon Slayer comes out. I need to watch the rest of that. That shit was lit. Man, as fuck, I ain't get that shit. Shit's fire. All right, go ahead.
I'm mad Attack on Titan keep taking more breaks than people that make up breakup.
But Demon Slayer doing the same thing. Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
All I gotta say is Dragon Ball Super is the best anime ever made.
I don't know if it's the best one ever made, but it's their best because it gets straight to the point for the most part. Because Dragon Ball Z, like.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You mean that?
Yeah. What?
Dragon Ball over Z?
I like it because it gets straight to the point.
Dragon Ball
Z had too many times where it's like when I was waiting on Planet Net once again until we got personality from Brock. Watching some parts of Dragon Ball Z is like watching Brock versus Roman until like we actually got Brock's personality. That's how bad it was. Like, y'all doing this again?
Goku versus Cell? Goku versus motherfucking shit.
Nah, Goku a punk because he backed out.
No,
because he was stronger.
The baby as this is a wrestling podcast, the baby face on back down from a challenge.
Goku had heart
disease. You see John Cena that left in his figurative pile of blood, urine, and vomit against Brock Lesnar. He ain't back out. He's taking that L.
Listen,
Goku,
my favorite
Goku back out, and he's a deadbeat dad.
No, Goku had to save the world. He had to prioritize the world.
He had to save the world. Oh, he saved the world. That's why he left his son for 7 years.
Vegeta did the same thing.
No, he didn't. Vegeta never left Trunks.
He was never with Trunks. He never spent no time with Trunks. Are we serious?
He kept it real with Trunks.
He told
him to stop fusing, do your own work.
He left Trunks with Bulma. Get the fuck out of here.
He told him that.
What was
Vegeta ever dead for 7 years?
Vegeta didn't die for 7 years, but the nigga wasn't a great father.
He wasn't a great. He told his son how he needed to tell him. Do your own work. That's like telling your son. He gave his son. And you know what? We can't afford his rim. You gonna shoot him his basketball crate.
Stop this shit, bro. Vegeta was not good.
Hey, look, bro. We had an hour 1:30. Go on, wrap this thing on.
Hold on. We're not gonna do that in an old Dragon Ball. Goku, best fighter in the world. Vegeta, second best fighter in the world.
Oh no, Goku was a better fighter. I'll agree with that because he actually like gauged his enemy's strengths and weaknesses before he just went in.
They left their
but Vegeta had a better mindset because Goku he always thought he could make friends with the people he was fighting.
They both struggle with Broly though. That's all I'm saying. All right, here we go. Everybody give me a catchphrase. KG, you go first.
Survey says score 1, hopefully for the black community.
Like what you did there. Hey, I normally say we the ones, but this time we don't want smoke, man. Let's stop the violence. Let's stop the violence.
Not that smoke.
Yeah. Let's uphold one another. Let's treat this thing called life like what it is, a gift. And let's try to get past 30, man. That's all I got for you.
Don't share with
I'm gonna say this, man. I normally talk my toxic shit, but yo, put the guns down, love each other, respect one another, protect our women, protect our babies, protect yourself. Protect yourself. God bless the dead and God bless everybody that rock with us. Gang, gang.
And the words of Wu-Tang Clan, protect your neck.
Hey, at the end of the day, Goku and Vegeta struggle slowly, but Goku's a G because he was like, I'm gonna train you to beat your ass. That's the real motherfucker. By the way, fuck Cell. Cell ain't shit.
Thanks for listening to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast. Hot Take Wrestling Podcast is part of the NMG Podcast Network, a division of NMG Enterprises, LLC. Follow us on Twitter at Wrestling Take. Follow us on Instagram at Hot Take Wrestling. You can listen to the Hot Take Wrestling Podcast on any streaming platform of your choice.